It's a period piece. It takes place in the early 50s.
Actually, it takes place...
Hey, don't correct me.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Norb.
And I'm Mike.
And we are
the Parking Lot Movie Guys. Well, we came back to the Factoria Cinemas and we just saw Suburbicon, starring Matt Damon and Julianne Moore, directed by George Clooney and written and produced by the Coen brothers.
And Suburbicon is the story of 1959 suburbia. Matt Damon plays Gardner Lodge, and he's a husband, a father of a family that's living in suburbia. And quickly in this, what looks like a picturesque, perfect type of neighborhood, suddenly things start to go strangely awry as things start to get very dark and twisted as the story beneath the surface starts to unveil itself.
This is a period piece, and I like period piece films. I always enjoy the textures that they create out of the costumes and the look. It's just very not like today, and I enjoy that aspect of a type of movie like this.
Old school phones, old school TVs, the cars.
I'd seen the trailer, and the image I had ingrained in my head was of Matt Damon looking very angry and then riding away on this little kid's bicycle. Very comedic. And I thought, this is gonna be an interesting movie. And I have to say, it was. I love going into a movie where I meet these characters and I'm thinking, where is this going? I have no idea, and I love it. It was great. Obviously, I can't get into the details because this is the kind of movie you don't wanna know any details. You gotta go in and see it like we did, where we had no clue. All we knew was what we saw in the trailer.
Knowing that it's a Coen Brothers production, if you've ever seen any Coen Brothers movies, you know you're in for a very unconventional dark comedy with some sick twists. Oh boy, what's gonna happen next? It was great because there's moments of great humor and there's moments of great suspense where you're like, oh gosh, what's gonna happen? And sometimes they're mixed together. And that's what the Coen Brothers do. That's the whole definition of dark comedy. You're laughing and you're kind of tense at the same time.
They create great characters. Interesting. You're really curious as to what they're all about. And eventually you learn. And usually it's surprising and not expected, but a lot of fun.
This is also one of those movies where there's gonna be some people who love it. I think there's a lot of people who hate it because they're probably expecting a typical Matt Damon character and a typical story. But if you don't know that it's got an Ethan Coen's feel to it, you might be surprised in a way that you're not excited about it. It's gonna be a roller coaster ride, and not everybody likes roller coasters.
This is the kind of roller coaster that you can't go use the bathroom in the middle of the ride. I mean, I had a soda and some popcorn and I had to go, and I did not go. I stayed because that's the kind of movie you can't leave.
Yeah, there's really no point where you go, oh, this is a good bathroom break point. Because if you leave, you might miss something very important. Every shot, every scene's got importance, relevance, detail. Nothing is wasted on screen. Good thing you held it, because I would have to use it. What happened?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I didn't want to ask you what happened. Just clever photography where they focus on close-up objects, or they tell a story by shooting someone's feet and telling a story through what the feet are doing. And I love stuff like that.
Good use of shadows from a music scoring standpoint, not to get too technical, but it was a very whimsical score. Yet contrast to what you're seeing, where you're watching something that's maybe supposed to be dark, but the music is sort of fanciful and light, and it just makes you feel uncomfortable. There is a political message, sort of statement being made.
Yeah.
Things aren't always what they seem. It's a crazy
dark
ride.
comedy.
It's dark, definitely dark, but a lot of comedy too.
Well, I think we should do our finger review.
All right.
1, 2, 3. 5 and 4. Wow, 5.
I give 5.
4 is still good for me.
5 is pretty generous. I was just in a mode where I was ready for a movie like this. I loved it.
I highly recommend it. If you want to go in, not having the idea what's going to happen, not following any predictable paths, this is the one to see. Well, that's the review, and I'm going to call this little part the bonus extra. It's a bonus extra. Nor, what were we going to talk about tonight?
Well, you know, Halloween is just a couple more days away. We thought we'd talk about a movie that is very dear to us because we made this thing. It's a movie called Frayed. This was our movie. We worked on it. I co-wrote and co-directed this, kind of produced it together, and Mike did all the special effects.
Location sound.
I edited it, the sound mix, and the music score. If you're curious, go check it out. It's online. It's on YouTube. It's on Amazon. It's called Frayed. It's got bonus material as well. I must warn you, it is a horror film.
Rated R.
Rated R, and very violent scenes in the show, and it's definitely scary and dark. 2005 is when we shot it. August of 2009 is when it was released by Lionsgate. In fact, that's why why we're wearing, you might notice the garb. Alone, and you're probably
Why
wondering,
Alone?
Because at the time, the working title was called Alone. And it was at the last minute when we got our world premiere in Los Angeles at the Screamfest Film Festival. We ended up changing it to Frayed because there was another movie called Alone that was coming out up there. So we changed it to Frayed, and actually I think it's a better title anyway. Only very few people saw these because it represented the time when we were making it. Still keep them around as keepsakes. Formerly Alone, and now Frayed.
So as one little bonus extra, I brought along something as the visual effects artist who worked on Frayed. This is a completely doctored photo, but this is the 1974 Yellow Glen softball team. And this has something to do with the movie. I'll leave it at that. But this is something cool that I put together. We shot every one of them in front of a green screen, and then there's me right there. There's Rob, our co-director,
co-writer.
Kurt, our producer, and then we had to get Norb in there. He's walking away. It's gonna be tough to see.
Barely the edge of my face.
He's
or
walking
something.
away, and that's my '74 Toyota Celica. I don't know. Extra bonus extra for you.
So if you watch Frayed, you'll see the significance of what this photo means.
What this photo's all
about. It is
about.
Very significant. You'll have to watch the movie.
Watch the movie and try to find it.
Watch it this weekend. It's a perfect Halloween movie to watch, and you can see the movie that we worked on. We made this.
The craziest month of my life, and I would happily do it again.
It's a month of shooting, crazy, long nights, hardly getting any sleep, but we're proud of it, and now we have this movie that will always be a part of cinematic history. So check it out, if you dare.
We gotta watch Stranger Things
Stranger
Season
Things
2 this weekend.
That's right. I'm Norb.
And I'm Mike.
We are
the Parking Lot Movie Guys.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit this button right over here to subscribe to the Parking Lot Movie Guys. We'll see you at the parking lot next time.